My name is Tina Utley, and I'm going to take you through the 4th grade intervention kit 4.0. The learning target is I can find equivalent fractions and place them on a number line. So in this kit you will find 3 different types of fraction cards. One of them is more square, that's going to go on a fraction sort mat. The other one is mixed numbers and improper fractions. On the back you'll see a visual to represent that. And the other set of cards have the fraction on the front and the picture on the back, but they are not improper or mixed numbers. You'll also have a key for the fraction sort map and a fraction strip that you will be using as a number line. For the closing, you'll need to provide the whiteboard markers, erasers, and whiteboards. To begin, you have a warm-up where you'll need your number line strip. And on that number line strip, you will begin by taking the cards that are not improper fractions or mixed numbers. You'll be placing the 0, the half, and the 1 on for the student. And then you will place the cards out on the table, and they can take turns if you're doing this with more than one student for placing them on the number line to see whether they're more than a half or less than a half. And if they struggle, there is a visual on the back, so I know that 1/3 is less than a half, so I would find the approximate placement on our number line. You'll do that until all the fractions have been used. If the students that you are working with are showing that they're doing that very well, for a challenge you can mix it up and use the improper fractions and mixed numbers. You will lay out the 1 and you will lay out the 2, and you will place the mixed numbers and improper fractions between the 1 and the 2 on this number line. That's for the warm-up. The activity that goes along with this intervention kit is the fraction sort map. So your students that you're doing the intervention with will take turns. You'll put these out and the students will just choose and place them on the equivalent fractions. So for instance, this is 2/3, so you'd place it on 2/3. And then 4/6 is also 2/3, so you'd also place that onto 2/3. We have 2/4, which is a half, so you'd put it there. And the students would take turns until the mat is full. There is a key for this if you are doing this with a volunteer who might need a little bit of help placing the fractions on the equivalency. So that is the activity for the fraction sort. Then the closure on this one is you will need your whiteboard and marker for this, for whoever you're doing this, whether it's 1 or 2 students. I should back up. Don't forget, you will also be taking notes upon your recording sheet on whether or not they can do the alignment on the line, any mixed fractions that they had while they were doing it, and whether they're finding equivalent fractions, that's the fraction sort, and if they missed any of those, and then just any comments on the side. So you would have 1 sheet per student that you're doing the intervention with. Okay, so now for the closure, you'll take any of the fraction cards that are there, and you will take a few minutes to time them to see how many equivalent fractions they can write for that number. So I would use these yellow cards again, and I would lay out 2/8, and I would write 2/8, and I would time them to see how many equivalent fractions they could write for 2/8 in 1 minute. So that's the kit for fractions, equivalent fractions 4.0 4th grade.